Meeting for Tuesday, May 24th, 2016. We will have an invocation by Mary Wilson. Afterwards, please stay standing for the Pledge of Allegiance to the American flag.
Father, we gather tonight to address the issues in our city and to try in our own way to make it a better place to live. For the future, we want to help the children grow and understand that they too can be a part of this community and do things. We thank you for our servicemen. We are beginning to focus on that with the holidays coming up. Memorial Day, in which we remember the soldiers that gave their lives. And we thank you for their families who had to go through a lot with a husband gone, and the mother had to be father and mother. But you helped them through that, Lord, and we appreciate it. Tonight, gathered here are our commissioners and part of our city staff, and then many of the citizens. And we thank you that they have found time in their lives to come and serve this city. We ask you to be with us and help us make wise decisions. Help us to find things that need to be fixed and fix them if we can. And now, go with us throughout this meeting. We pray in thy name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mary.
You guys got a pen? I just borrowed mine. I just borrowed mine. Where's my knife? Got an extra pen over there.
That's where it used to be. Lead contamination. Say that too loud on the microphone.
All right, on our consent agenda, we have City Commission meeting minutes for Tuesday, May 10th, 2016, and the 2016 appropriation ordinance number AO 1610 in the amount of $6,774,147.08. Also, ordinance S 1607, a second reading of an ordinance to rezone property located at 1000 South Gillum from R1 to C4 for the purpose of constructing a police and fire emergency facility. And ordinance S 1608, the second reading of an ordinance to rezone property located at 1210 to 1220 West 11th from R1 to C4, also for the purpose of constructing a police and fire emergency facility. Are there any questions or changes to the consent agenda? I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion was made by Mayor Powell and seconded by Commissioner Taylor to approve the consent agenda as presented. Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Martin.
Aye.
Commissioner Taylor.
Aye.
Mayor Powell.
Aye. We also have 2016 appropriation ordinance number AO 16-10A with a specification for Taylor Crane in the amount of $472.50. I move to approve resolution R1668 for adoption.
Second.
And that actually should be the appropriation. That was a typo in there. You'll be approving ordinance number AO-16-10A.
Okay.
Motion was made by Mayor Powell and seconded by Commissioner Williams. Mayor Powell.
Aye.
Commissioner Martin.
Aye.
Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Taylor.
Abstain.
All right, we do have a proclamation to present today. It is Leanne Gendry from the American Legion Auxiliary. All right, we have a proclamation that states, whereas the sacrifices of those who have lost their lives, their health, or their livelihood as a result of their military service are rightly the concern of all citizens, and whereas the American Legion Auxiliary adopted the poppy as its memorial flower, which pays tribute to the war dead, and aids the living veterans and their families. And whereas the poppy as a memorial flower for the American war dead is a tradition which began in the years following the First World War. And whereas American Legion Auxiliary poppies are assembled by disabled veterans, and the proceeds of this worthwhile fundraising campaign are used exclusively for the benefit of disabled and needy veterans and the widows and orphans of deceased veterans, in the desire to honor the dead by helping the living. Now therefore I, Craig C. Powell, Mayor of the City of Coffeyville, Kansas, do hereby proclaim Saturday, May 28, 2016 as Poppy Day, and do hereby urge the citizens of this community to recognize the merits of this cause by contributing generously to its support through the purchase of poppies on the day set aside for the distribution of these symbols of appreciation for the sacrifices of our honored dead. I urge all patriotic citizens to wear a poppy as mute evidence of our gratitude of the men and women of this country who have risked or lost their lives in fulfilling their obligations as American citizens. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Coffeyville to be affixed this 24th day of May, 2016. All right. Thank you. Sure. Yes, you may. Yes.
Did you sign it?
I have to write it.
Okay, you need to sign it.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
And then you'll give it to them.
Made me look bad.
Huh?
Made me look bad.
I didn't tell you
Should
that.
want to hold it. Thank you.
Thank you.
We wear them today or later? We wear them the 28th. Oh, we wear them the 28th?
Your pocket. Should help you out. You look better already.
Very good. All right, we will now have comments from the public. The public is free to comment on items not listed on the agenda. In addition, public participation is welcome and encouraged for all items on the agenda as the topics are discussed. Please address comments to the commission as a body and be mindful of others who may also wish to speak by limiting your comments to 3 minutes. The floor is now open for comments from the public. All right, we do not have any old business currently, so we will move on to new business. First item is discussion and action to appoint one person to the Public Library Board to fill an unexpired term serving until April 30th, 2018. And the applicant is Vinay Kohli. Cindy Clerk, City Price will make comments.
Mayor and Commissioners, we did have 2 applicants for this board. One of the applicants pulled her application this afternoon, so we do have the one. As I had indicated in a previous email, Vinay Kohli applied for both openings that we have tonight for the Library Board and the Senior Citizen Center. An applicant can only serve on one board at a time. He did present a letter to me, which I gave to the mayor, that he is withdrawing his application for the Senior Citizen Board. So we do have one unexpired term on the Public Library Board, and that is due to the resignation of R.E. Layton. That will go to April the 30th of 2018. And Dr. Kohli is here tonight.
Okay. Would you like to speak, sir?
Okay. Respected Mayor, Honorable Commissioners, and city staff. I'm Vinay Kohli. I'm a physician and accomplished healthcare executive for more than 20 years and serving the different setups ranging from medical university, hospitals to community care. So, in my opinion, the library is the center and the heartbeat of a community. And through books, magazines, and other electronic media, libraries, they offer a foundation of a community and its educational activities. With my experience as a teacher and as a professor in the medical university, I would like to contribute the best and a significant development in the library. Thank you.
Excellent,
Thank you.
Any questions?
I move to approve Dr. Coley to the library board.
I'll second.
Motion was made by Commissioner Williams and seconded by Commissioner Taylor to appoint Vinay Coley to an unexpired term on the Public Library Board serving to April 30th, 2018. Mayor Powell.
Aye.
Commissioner Martin.
Aye.
Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Taylor.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Doctor.
Thank you.
Okay, we have discussion and action to appoint individuals to serve on the Senior Citizens Activity Center Board, serving until June 1st, 2018 and June 1st, 2019. City Clerk Cindy Price will make comments.
Mayor and Commissioners, we have 3 openings on this board. We originally had 3 applications. We're down to 2 tonight. One of the applicants, Hugh Kimmons, had an out-of-town appointment today and is unable to attend. However, the 3rd applicant, Verna Sanders, is here tonight. While Verna is coming up, I will indicate 2 of these are for full 3-year terms, and the second would be for a 2-year term to fill an unexpired term.
Good evening, commissioners and mayor, and city staff. It's been a while since I've been here. Feels kind of strange, but I'm glad to be here this evening. Yes, I did. I said I didn't have any comments, but I did apply for the Senior Citizens Board just simply because I'm a senior citizen. So I applied for the board. I just like to be doing something again.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
Thank you for applying. I move to approve Ms. Sanders to the Senior Citizens Activity Center Board.
Second.
And that would be for one of the 3-year terms.
That's correct.
Motion was made by Commissioner Williams and seconded by Commissioner Martin to appoint Verna Sanders to a 3-year term on the Senior Citizen Advisory Board, serving to June 1st, 2019. Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Martin.
Aye.
Commissioner Taylor.
Aye.
Mayor Powell.
Aye. Thank you.
Question. The second applicant that applied that could not be here, are we going to have this on next agenda to try to have him here?
Yes, and I will see if he'll be available at that time. He has served 4 terms. And he is very interested in serving again. He feels it's important to have continuity on the board. And we have a policy that you can only serve 2 terms. However, we have suspended the rules, Commission has suspended the rules to reappoint people to the board. And it's obvious when you look that he has served 4 terms that has been done twice previously.
Can we go ahead and approve them, or do you think guys ought to wait?
I would prefer to, myself, I'd prefer to keep with the tradition
Okay.
of having the people come
Okay.
here before we make the appointment. I have absolutely no problem appointing the applicant, but I think it's
Right.
important that we have them show up.
Okay.
All right, resolution number R-1673, a resolution to execute the First Amendment to a real estate lease agreement with the Kansas Military Board for the National Guard Armory facility located at 2669 Pearl Schmid Drive. City Attorney Paul Kreitz will make comments.
Mayor and Commissioners, this is really more of a housekeeping item than anything. We did a 20-year lease with the Kansas Military Board back in 2005 for the use of the Armory building now. It's been used as an armory since 2005. There was a reopener. There was supposed to be a change to the rent amount based on the city's insurance premium that it pays relative to the business, to the Armory building. And in looking at that, the rent was supposed to escalate based on that expense, but in looking at it, the rent amount actually covers the premium that the city pays for the building. So we're not proposing any increase in the rent amount. The other part of the amendment is one that's internal to the military board. They apparently overstated the amount of office space in the building, and that has an effect on how much they pay to the Department of Administration. It doesn't affect the city in any way. So staff recommends approval of the First Amendment to the lease agreement.
Okay.
Any questions?
I have no questions.
Okay, I move to approve Resolution R-1673 for adoption.
I'll second it.
Motion was made by Mayor Powell and seconded by Commissioner Taylor to approve resolution number R-16-73 for adoption. Mayor Powell.
Aye.
Commissioner Taylor.
Aye.
Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Martin.
All right, resolution number R-1674, a resolution to execute change order number 3, electrical installation with CCC Group for the electric utility. Deputy Director Mike Shook will make comments.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. The first item is to authorize a change order for engineering and design changes affecting the scope of the electrical installation contract for the new generation project. CCC was awarded this contract for the new generation project. This change order does represent several engineering and design changes based on the final vendor equipment, affecting cable and conductor lengths, sizes, and termination schedules that are detailed in the attachments with your report. Also included in this is some additional control cabling for Wartsila for the engines themselves. Therefore, staff recommends the approval and authorization of change order number 03 to CCC Group, electrical installation in the amount of $71,396.34 for the new generation project. I'd be happy to try to answer any questions that you may have.
Does it seem like a good price to you? I mean, a fair price or whatever, I guess you've looked
For the
at.
amount of changes that are required, yes. We've been really pleased with the electrical contractor on the project. They're top notch.
Mike, how many change orders have we had in this project so far?
I would venture to say 10 to 15, if not more.
What is in a construction project of this magnitude, what is normal?
I would not know that.
Total, how many, monetary-wise, how much are we,
We're still right at the 2% range of the contract valuation.
okay? Are we over or under budget?
Under.
Are we over or under on our time frame?
We're still ahead of schedule.
Okay.
If we had a general contractor, you wouldn't see the change orders, but since the city's acting as a general contractor on this, every change order has to come through the staff and then through the commission, so.
Out of curiosity, and this may not be the correct terminology, but the Stillwater is building a similar facility at this very time, same time as we are.
And they're about 3 months ahead of us, give or take a
Are
few
those
weeks.
the same size generators?
Identical. The only thing different about their project is they've built a separate admin and maintenance area, and they also added a substation to their project.
You've been down there to see it?
I have, yes, sir.
How many change orders have they had on their project?
More than we have. I got a list about 2.5 months ago. They've actually have more change orders than we have.
Mike, on this one, for 71,000 something, what is it, why is some of that stuff not in the original deal? Tell us a little bit about it.
As the equipment was being spec'd, for one example, the fire pump. Originally, as it was designed, the fire pump was too small, so we upsized the fire pump, so now we're needing heavier wire to support the electric fire pump. Additional cabling, control cabling that Wartsila didn't specify, which the electrical contractor has to go out and purchase. Their people have to install it, terminate it. So,
On the pump, the engineering company, Burns and McDonald, did they not figure it right?
initially, we looked at a diesel pump, but because of the air permit for that, that would have added to the air permit, and we thought it better to stay away from another pollution emitting source. So we opted to go with the electric fire pump.
Okay,
Mike, you said that we're under budget. How much under budget are we?
I think I reported last meeting, we were, with contingencies, we're still in the $1.5 million range.
And that's even with the change orders?
Yes, yeah. There's some additional built in there that would put us above that, but I caution to say that because, I mean, we are nearing the end of the project, but we still, the two biggest packages left are the electrical installation and the mechanical. So, I mean, we're gonna have additional change orders, but
And our target date for
completion?
completion?
the original target date is January 1. I think we're hoping to start doing some testing with natural gas August 1st. So we hope to be well ahead of schedule. You mentioned the Stillwater project. Currently, they're behind schedule.
Any additional questions?
No more questions.
I move to approve resolution number R-16-74.
I'll second it.
Motion was made by Commissioner Williams and seconded by Commissioner Taylor to approve resolution number R-16-74 for adoption. Commissioner Martin?
Aye.
Commissioner Taylor?
Aye.
Mayor Powell?
Aye.
Commissioner Williams?
Aye.
All right, resolution R-1675, a resolution to execute change order number 2, mechanical installation for structural steel, and mechanical piping with 8760 Service Group for the electric utility. Mike Shook will make comments.
Mayor, Commissioners, this change order represents changes and issues that were discovered with the structural steel. Portions of the structural steel deliveries were rejected due to poor quality on the steel. Once they were rejected, this impacted the mechanical installation schedule and scope and required some additional mechanical work based on the changes we made to the steel that we did receive. Some additional items that affect this change order are some engineering design changes to some vent lines that are coming out now through the roof. Some other mechanical piping, which also relates to the electric fire pump. Since we upsized the pump, we've got to upsize the piping. I will mention on this change order of $39,000, we intend to back charge the structural steel vendor $25,000 of this change order and get credit for that. Therefore, staff recommends the approval and authorization of change order 02, mechanical installation to 8760 Service Group in the amount of $39,654.02.
Okay, that contractor or the supplier that you're gonna, the vendor supplier that you're gonna try to get reimbursement, you think you'll be successful at that?
I believe we will, the way our contract's written.
I'm just curious about that.
Any further questions? I move to approve resolution R-1675 for adoption.
I'll second it.
Motion was made by Mayor Powell and seconded by Commissioner Taylor to approve resolution number R-16-75 for adoption. Commissioner Taylor?
Aye.
Commissioner Williams?
Aye.
Commissioner Martin?
Aye.
Mayor Powell?
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
All right. Staff report?
Mayor and Commissioners, I've got a couple of things. Memorial Day holiday is coming up. City offices will be closed on Memorial Day. There will also be no residential trash, and that's different with this contract. Since Memorial Day is on Monday, that will mean the Monday pickup will be on Tuesday. Every day will be pushed forward one day. It's a fifth Monday, so there's no bulky pickup anyway, so there won't be any impact unless someone's called in for a special pickup. But that will be different for everybody. Next week, their trash will be one day forward.
Is that information on the city website?
It will be, yes.
Okay.
And on the Facebook page, we'll be putting
Okay.
that out.
Okay.
Also, Saturday, planning to open the Aquatic Center. It will open at 1 o'clock Saturday, May the 28th, and be open every day through the end of the swim season. Hours 1 to 7 every day except Mondays and Thursdays, and it's open until 8. Of course, we're monitoring the weather and the temperature of the pool. If there's any changes in that, we will post that on the city's Facebook page. So that will be a good place for people to look if they have questions about the pool. That's all I have.
Okay.
Who manages the pool?
Lana Barg is the manager. Again, she's been doing that for several
I
years.
see.
Mhm.
All right, any further comments from staff?
Well,
Any commissioner comments?
that was a good report, Sandy.
Thank you.
Okay, we do have an executive session for non-elected personnel and attorney-client relationship.
Hold on just a second.
So I will move to recess to executive session for the discussion.
Hold on. I just want to clarify something. The executive sessions for non-elected personnel,
Correct.
we'd also like to add an executive session for attorney-client privilege.
That's on there.
Yeah.
It's not.
Okay.
And I asked for comment, I sent an email out to talk about something, is that on there? Can
Oh,
we
yeah.
talk about that?
Attorney-client.
Yes, that's attorney.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we're kind of behind over
We're getting caught up. You just got to wait till we flip the page.
Okay.
So I move to recess to executive session for the discussion of non-elected personnel and for the items deemed privileged in attorney-client relationship to reconvene on or before 30 minutes from now.
8 o'clock.
7.
Or 8
8 o'clock.
8
Yeah,
o'clock.
say 8
We'll
o'clock.
get it an hour.
So 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Okay. And Commissioner Martin, you seconded?
And I did.
Motion was made by Mayor Powell and seconded by Commissioner Martin to recess to executive session for the discussion of non-elected personnel and for items deemed privileged in attorney-client relationship to reconvene on or before 8 p.m. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.